and welcome to my channel. I'm Michelle and it's good to see you again today. As you know, I'm getting back into the YouTube world and so I'm a little rusty on my filming and editing skills, so bear with me. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you about a couple of things today. First of all, last month I traveled to Arizona. A lot of you know that I get chronic migraines, and so I traveled to the Mayo Clinic to see my doctor several times a year, and so I went and did that. And while I was in Arizona, I actually crashed a family and friends event. So I want to tell you about that. And then I want to tell you about a few little things that I hauled this. Anyway, I was in the Phoenix area and I decided one day that I wasn't feeling 100%, but hey, I love Mexican food. Probably could eat Mexican food about every day, especially if it's a Tex-Mex or it's a fresh Mex and it has, you know, a lot of fresh ingredients, and especially if it's spicy. And so I went to a shopping center that had a lot of restaurants in it, but I got on my phone and I Googled the name of this restaurant, the Queen Barrio, And I could see the restaurant from the parking lot where I was sitting. Have no idea anything about this restaurant. So I Yelped it, or, you know, kind of looked on my phone to see what the reviews were on that. And the restaurant in general, that restaurant chain, had really good reviews. And I'm not familiar with it. I looked over at the restaurant and I could see people on the outdoor patio eating. And I walk up to the server station and the girl said, "Yes, can I help you?" And I said, "Yeah, I just need a table for one." She said, "Oh, okay, so you have one of our friends and family cards?" And I said, No, I'm just visiting the area. I just thought I would come in because I like Mexican food." And she goes, "No, you don't understand. This restaurant's not open yet." I said, "Oh." And she said, "Yes, we have handed out friend and family cards, and people are bringing those cards back in today so that the servers and the cooks can practice on them. But our restaurant actually doesn't open to the public until tomorrow." And I turned around and I started to walk out, and the girl talked to somebody else next to her and said, "Hey, ma'am, wait a minute. You know what? We're not very busy right now, so why don't we go ahead and seat you? We're going to go ahead and let you eat." I said, "Oh, well, okay, great." And she tells me, "We have a very limited menu today." She said, "And you don't pay for anything. And what we want you to do is to give feedback to your server and also to leave a tip if you so wish." So I said, okay. I've never done this before. Have you guys ever had an invitation to a friends and family grand almost opening type of event? So I look at the menu and it had appetizers and it had entrees and it had a dessert, and they told me that I was to choose one from each category. So my server comes up to me and she says, "Hi, ma'am, welcome. You're my very first customer." And so I said, "Oh, really? Okay, well, this is great." Well, first of all, another person brings me chips and salsa, and he asked me, "Do you want the spicy salsa?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, I want the hot stuff." So he went off to grab that. And then my server said, "Okay, you need to pick what do you want for your appetizer." And so I saw that they had guacamole, and so I picked that. But then I saw that it also said next to it that it's guacamole live, where they put it together right at your table. And I said, "Oh, but you don't need to do that." And I said, "Well, wait a minute, you probably want to do that because it's practice." She said, "Yes, we want to do that." So I said, "Okay, I'll do the guacamole live." And then I also ordered, they had some street tacos, and it was 3 tacos and beans and rice. And I got to choose 3 different kinds of tacos. And I'm going to insert pictures in here so you can see the fabulous food that they put on my table. And I told the server, I said, "Please don't be angry at me, but there's no way I could tell. Before even the food even arrived, I could tell there's no way I can eat all this food." I said, "I will try everything though." So she said, "Okay, that's great." And then she goes, "And by the way, we do have a full bar and you can order a drink for free from the bar too." And I said, "What? Are you kidding me?" Because I had just ordered water. And she said, "Yeah, we have these jalapeno margaritas." And I said, "Ooh, I want to try the jalapeno margarita." And I only drank a tiny bit of it, like 3 or 4 sips of it, because I did not want to trigger a migraine. If it weren't for the fact that I get migraines, that would probably be my favorite kind of margarita, and it's hard to find a jalapeno margarita anywhere. A different person actually made the guacamole live, a young man, and so he made that, and their guacamole was really interesting. When he left, my server came back. I asked her, "Is this normal?" Because the avocados were just chunked up instead of smashed up. And then he did tell me that their signature for that restaurant is to put pomegranate seeds on it. So you'll see that in the picture too. Super full. Chips salsa were great. Oh, the hot salsa came and it was so smoking hot. In Kansas, if you ask for the hot salsa, it's usually pretty hot, but it's not unbearably hot. This, I took a bite and it's like my ears were smoking and my throat was on fire. And the dessert was a tres leche cake, if I said that right, tres leches. And look at the picture of this. It was a gorgeous, fantastic, delicious dessert. I thought it was fabulous. I managed to eat about half of it, honestly. I would have eaten the whole thing if I could, but my stomach was about to burst. I crashed a friend and family event, and it was a blast. And I just thought that was so much fun. So I will be back to that restaurant sometime in the future when I go back to Arizona, because I really loved everything that I had. After that, I did do a little bit of shopping when I was in Arizona. With me, sometimes I don't feel really good the whole time, and so I may shop a little here, shop a little there, and then rest in my hotel room. And they do have a designer outlets center that I go to almost every time I hit that area, and it's in Phoenix. And I've gotten to know a lady in the Naturalizer store because she also gets migraines, and we got to talking one day about why I was there in Arizona. Both of these shoes are in their Beezy's line. And I've actually never had a Beezy's Naturalizer shoe. So this will be the first for me. And so you see this first pair is a pump. And you see it's made out of this really stretchy material. It's very cushy. It has an arch support in it. And you'll see that it's got this, I don't know, rubber neoprene heel and sole. And so it's super nice because I won't be slipping and sliding, and I will be cushioned, and they're so comfortable. So I got that pair. And the second pair I got, it arrived with this kind of beat up box. They didn't package it well in the mail, but it's okay. This is called the Saucy, and it's a sandal that has most of the upper foot covered, which I like. But let's see if we can get this out. So it's got the hook and loop closure on the back, and it has just these tonal little black rhinestones on it. And then open toe, it's all stretchy mesh here again. And it's got very low heel. Is there arch support in this one? I don't think there's arch support. Yeah, there's a little arch support in this one. And it's nice and cushy. And the sales lady told me that the Beezy's you can put in the washing machine on delicate cycle. And I don't think you're supposed to put them in the dryer, but you can just let them air dry. And something else that I got is hanging behind me. It's this jacket. So I wasn't really in the mood to buy clothing. Shocker, shocker on this trip. But I saw this jacket in Stein Mart, and Stein Mart is one of my favorite places to go. It's hit or miss. Sometimes you find great deals and cute clothes, and sometimes you don't. But this one was marked down to, I think it was $38, $39. And I thought, I'm going to try it on because I really wanted a new denim jacket, but it looked small to me, and I thought, I'm not going to like it, but I'm going to bring it in. It's the only one they had. And so I guess they had sold out and it's the only one left. So I went in and tried it on in the dressing room, and I was just like jaw-dropping in awe. It was so comfortable. This is the stretchiest, most comfortable denim jacket I have ever had. And big bonus, it's reversible. So you see the inside, that can be the outside. So I've worn it both ways, and I do think I have a picture from the dressing room, at least on the denim, plain denim side. It's a great jacket. I am so glad I got it. I think that's it. Thank you so much for joining me again. Let me know in the comments what you thought about my crashing a family event, family friend event. Well, hey, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I actually will be on spring break this next week. I teach at a university, and we are on spring break, so I am so happy. I hope you have a great weekend and a great week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.